Greetings, mighty companions, and welcome back to Practical and Healing Applications of A Course in Miracles with me, Anna Kujawa-Quinn, and the Miracleettes at the Rocky Mountain Miracle Center in the house. The Miracleettes.
We're all in full force.
Full force, all right. Okay, and welcome to you guys watching on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching. We are going to start off with an opening meditation where we can just let go of our day and allow our minds to come back home to the present moment. Allow our minds to really rest. So if you haven't already and you're not driving a car or heavy machinery, close your eyes. Take a breath. Just invite your mind to come back home to the heaven that is right now. This holy instant now, where you are, is the home of God itself. Instant is the closest approximation to eternity and heaven that you can find in time. Heaven is here and now. Why wait for heaven? Heaven is here. Heaven is now. Heaven is in you. You are heaven. Those who seek the light are merely covering their eyes. Heaven is within you now. So let's just breathe and tune our awareness inward to the heaven that lies within us. Always available, always waiting, always beautiful, always safe. Out of the past, which is gone, and bring your awareness out of the future, which hasn't happened yet. And allow your mind and your body to simply be and rest in the perfection and the peace is the present moment. Let your mind rest in peace. Now. Rest in peace is a blessing for the living, not the dead. I rest is nothing to fear now. I remain exactly as God created me now. Now is forever peace, forever love. Practicing the holy instant. We also practice the holy instant by giving this instant to the spirit of love and truth in gratitude for this moment now. So we say silently within ourselves, this holy instant do I give to you, love, the spirit of truth and healing. Be you in charge now. For I am certain that your direction, spirit of truth and healing, will bring me peace. This holy instant do we give to you, love. Be you in charge, for we would follow you, certain that your direction brings us peace. You know what we need to hear. You know the prayer of our heart. You know our calls for love and our calls for help. You, in your infinite love and your genius wisdom, know exactly what and where in A Course in Miracles will answer all of our needs today. So thank you for being in charge of this loving gathering. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your playfulness and your joy. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for showing us the way back to peace. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. And just take another deep breath. Take another deep breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, yawn and stretch. Wiggle your fingers and your toes.
Open your eyes slowly.
Yeah. Wait, I'm getting my ears scratched. All right. Hi, Monica. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Allison. Hi. Thanks for joining this healing circle with us. We are so grateful to have your energy joining this circle with us. All y'all. All y'all. All right. Okay, so we did our random number generator prayer, and so I'm putting in and it says chapter 24. And so will someone look at the table of contents in the blue book and tell me how many sections are in chapter 24? Will be in the blue covered edition.
7.
7. Lucky number 7. All right. And this says section 6. So what is,
Salvation from fear.
oh, salvation from fear. So it's 24/7. 24/7 in the blue covered edition. And the title of it is Salvation from Fear, which means being saved from fear. Anybody got any fear going on that they would like to be rescued from? Rescue me from fear.
So, 24/7 is the meeting place.
Oh, the meeting place.
For
Is
us.
that okay? All right. Chapter 24. Greg, which book are you in?
7:7 is the meeting place.
Did you say salvation from fear? That's
So it's
That's
chapter
6.
24,
Oh, I was looking.
section 7. Okay, the meeting place. Never mind. So it's the meeting place. All right. Well, I know that no matter what the title is, it's going to be some kind of rescue from fear.
no.
It's gonna. So, but we're going to talk about the meeting place. And I bet you anything in the meeting place, fear disappears. So, all right. So, you guys, it's 24/7, and it's called the meeting place. All right, here we go. It says, "How bitterly does everyone tied to this world defend the specialness that they want to be the truth?" Exclamation point. Okay. All right. So, so being tied to the world is you defending the specialness that you want to be the truth. I want to be special. I want to be special. I want to be special. I want to have something that not everybody else has. I want something just for me. I want something just for me, and I want something just for me. All right, now, and when you want specialness, you want something just for you. You don't want just what God love gives to everybody equally forever. I don't want that. I don't want what God gives to everyone equally forever. I want something just for me, you know. When you want something just for you, you will bitterly, you are bitterly tied to this world. That's what bitterly ties us, and I'll add in ties us down to the world. Okay, so you feel tied, bound to and bound by the world when your desire is something just for you instead of what love gives to everyone. All right? Now, when you want your specialness to be the truth, then your wish for specialness is law to you, and you obey that law. Wow. That's my wish. That's what I want. That's the law, and I obey it. And nothing that your specialness demands do you withhold. Nothing that your specialness needs do you deny to what you love. Wow. And while your specialness calls to you, you hear no other voice. That's all you hear. I don't want to hear how I'm one. I don't want to hear how we're the same. I don't want to hear how we're not different. I don't want to hear how we're all loved equally by the source of love. I don't want to hear any of that. I'm not going to listen to any other voice when it is my specialness that I want to be the truth. Okay? All right. We're just jumping right on in. No effort is too great for our specialness, and no cost too much, no price too dear to save our specialness from the least slight, the tiniest attack, the whispered doubt, the hint of threat, or anything but deepest reverence. Wow. Yes, that is where all of our effort goes. I want to distinguish myself. My goal is to distinguish myself somehow, get something just for me, get some love, and it's just for me. Okay, that's what it's all about. Okay, you see it very clearly. We see it very clearly in our relationships, right? It's not just in our relationships. It's the whole reason we came here and have a body. But you'll see it most clearly and painfully in your relationships. Okay. So what is it? What is our deepest reverence? Our greatest desire is to be special. Not to be the same, but to be different. I want to be different. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be equal to everybody else. I certainly don't want the people I'm in a relationship to love me equally to everybody else also. Okay? You know, what do you think? How do you think you would have reacted on your first date with somebody and they're like, I love everyone equally. That's my goal, is to love everyone equally, is to have a love that's not special, a love where I love everyone equally because everyone is one with me, as you are, my dear. I'd be like, check please.
See ya.
Check please.
I wouldn't work.
Oh, really? Really? You're going to love everyone equally to me. That's your goal. You don't have a desire to give me any more love than you're giving to anybody else? That's nice. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, I can see it at the wedding now. Do you take Anna to be your beloved wife? To cherish and to hold and be, yeah, her and all the bridesmaids equally. Equally.
And all the guys, everybody.
Yeah, everybody. You too, dude.
And to forsake all others. Well, why would I want to do that?
Forsaking no one.
Yeah, exactly. Why would I want to forsake everyone for her? That would mean that I wasn't giving her real love. You see that the God of the ego, the God here on earth, is the God of specialness, which is the opposite of equality, right? And another name for specialness is different, differences, okay? So whenever it is that we're upset with another person, well, I would never do that. I'm not like that. Right? We're seeing ourselves as different from others, okay? And so we're either seeing ourselves as above others, having something that others don't have, or we're seeing ourselves different as less than them and having, or below them and having less than them. So specialness means differences, where I'm seeing myself as above you, or below you, or I'm seeing myself as different from you. And I'm either seeing it as like I'm better than you, or I'm seeing it like I wish I was you. Okay? These are all descriptions of the term specialness, right?
Exceptional.
Exceptions, right? So whenever we're seeing ourselves as somehow different than others, less than, better than, different from, this is us worshiping our specialness and thinking that if I could just be like them, or if I could just not be like them, that I would be happy, that I would be safe, that I would be good, right? This is what it's talking about when it talks about our number one idol, the God of this world, specialness. Okay. All right, let's take a breath on that. Greg and I have just completed 3 weeks of this topic. and a deep topic in our Sundays and Tuesday Transforming Relationships Through A Course in Miracles. And one of the key concepts was God is the author of love. Okay, where did God come from? Who authored it? God. Okay, well then that means that love is as its author authored it. And if you're loving unlike God, who's the author of love and the source of love, then you ain't loving. You're doing something else. You're fearing. You're worshiping specialness. And it said, God knows no special love. And I was like, are you sure about that? God knows no special love. What does that mean? That means that love is everywhere, in everyone, in everything, all the time. There is no special place that love is. There's no special person that love is. There's no special person that love is not. There's no special person that you can experience more love with than another person that you can experience love with. I mean, do we need to say we don't need to believe these ideas? You know, we don't need to welcome these ideas. How about we just say we don't believe these ideas? What do you mean that there's not some people who love is more in for me than other people? What do you mean? Come on now. It's like, that's our thing. Well, there's some people that love is in, and there's some people that love is not in. There's some people I can love, and there's some people I can't love. There's some places that love is definitely not, you know. And it's usually, you know, the people that I've been in relationship with in my past. Okay, you know, at first in our relationships we're like, oh, love is here and not there. Love is here, and then as the relationship goes on, we're like, oh, love is not here, but it's somewhere out there. Okay, that's love being special. That's specialness. That's the belief that love can be here but not there. When the truth is that you can experience love just as much as with this person, as this person, as this person, with this person, and with this person, and that person. Because love is not special. Love is in everyone. Love is everywhere. Okay, so that's the truth about love. And what this is talking about, that we worship as love, is called specialness. You know, love is something that's somewhere here but not there. Okay? All right. Anybody recognize what I'm talking about? Okay. And don't worry. We all know that we don't believe any of this. We don't believe that there is no special love. And we don't believe that if you aren't loving like God, who knows no special love, then you ain't loving. You're not loving. You're doing something else and calling it love, and then wondering why it hurts so bad. So the truth is that you've never been hurt or abandoned or neglected by love. The truth is you've never lost love. Now you've lost specialness, you've been abandoned by specialness, you've been hurt by specialness, but not love. Love is something that you can't lose. It's everywhere, in everyone, all the time. You can't lose something that's everywhere, in everyone, all the time. And so if it seems like, well, I had some of it and then it left, then that wasn't love. Because love isn't special. Love isn't here today, gone tomorrow, in this person, if they act right, if they behave right, but it's not in them if they don't behave right. Okay? That ain't love. That's specialness. That's specialness. I say love can only be in this person and not in anybody else. And love can only be in me for this person. Okay, that's not love. Love cannot be contained in one specific person, place, or thing. That's not love. But specialness can. That's what specialness is all about. This particular thing that's not that thing, that can separate from this thing, that can reject that thing, that's specialness. All right? Okay. Just wanted to clarify what we're talking about here, because it's using a term here that the Course in Miracles uses throughout, and so that we understand what we're talking about. And what did it say? This is our idol. This is what we worship. And it's also what we call love. And it's the reason why we think love hurts so much. It's because we've defined specialness as love, but specialness isn't love. Yes?
It sounds like, this is saying the same thing, that to defend the specialness, he wants to be the truth. So instead of this is truth, or this is love over here, in other words, God's here,
Right.
but this isn't love over here.
That's right.
God's not over here.
Yeah, God's not over there.
And so this is the same thing. It wants a specialness that wants to be the truth. This is true over here.
Yes.
In other words, truth is over here, which is God also. And truth isn't over here. So
yes,
we're making truth selective as we want it to be.
That's right.
And as we don't want it to be.
Exactly. And making truth selective, making love selective. Okay. Yeah, and so the section that we were reading that is called, the original title is called The Meaning of Love, the real meaning of love. And it's saying that God's definition of love is you. God has created us to be love. And if we are love, then love is not something that you would ever have to look for in something outside of you or someone outside of you. Real love is who you are. It's your identity. It's not something special in a special person, a special place, in a special thing that you got to look for outside of yourself. Hope that you can find it, and if you do seem to find it, hope that you can possess it. Okay, that ain't love. Love isn't something that you have to go out and get because it's in a certain specific person, place, or thing outside of you. Okay, and that when you know the truth about yourself as love, then it would never occur to you to feel like that you were without it and you had to go look for it and find it in the right person, place, or thing. Okay? All right. Good thing to remember about love. And don't forget also that love also is happiness. So when we're talking about love, it's the same as happiness, because there ain't no happiness without love and there ain't no love without happiness. You're like, if you're saying, well, I'm miserable and so depressed right now, but I love you. No, happiness and love go together. They are one, wherever one is, the other one is. So to know that you are loved and that you don't have to seek outside yourself to go find it in a specific, special person, place, or thing is also to experience real, which means lasting happiness. Okay? When I know my true identity, I will experience lasting happiness and love. It's the same. Okay.
So how do you talk about, let's say you've been married for 20 years, or, with that certain person, I think we say that that's our, not a special relationship.
It's really, this marriage, it's tough with the
Okay.
marriage.
So what's the question? So if you've been married for 20 years, then
But
what's the
isn't
question?
that, I don't want to call it special because I hate to use that word now. But it's kind of different than what you would have with somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in form. But if it's real love, then you will love them the same that you love yourself, which is the same as how you would love everyone. Okay? Real love is not something that you only give to this person, but you don't give to this person. Okay? So if the love is real, meaning that's the way you are with everybody and yourself, starting with yourself, then only the form is different. Only the form is different. Okay?
It doesn't have anything to do with what we do or anything physical, like in form.
Mm-hmm.
It's a state of mind.
Exactly. It's an awareness of your true identity. So I may be married to somebody and have a form of a relationship with them that I don't have with everybody else. But the form isn't the love. The form isn't the love. The love is, is an awareness of my own reality that I see in everyone and appreciate in whoever, wherever. Does that make sense? So just because the form of that relationship is different doesn't mean that the love is special or different.
Sure.
Yes.
You feel differently too, though, because when you have those, I call them inauthentic relationships, so special, you feel, you know it's not, you just know.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then you feel desperate, you feel mad, you feel upset, and then
Yes.
you realize later it was just the specialness you were trying to
Exactly.
attach to it.
The special love has the form of love, but the content of fear. That's special love, which the Course in Miracles also calls special hate. And when the form is I love you, but the content is but I'm afraid you're going to leave me, or I'm hoping you will leave me, then that's the form of love, but that's an illusion of love because the content is fear.
Yeah.
Certainly isn't happiness.
No. But we still call it love. It's like it was like how we say to people, I hate you, I love you, but I don't really like you. Okay? Or what do we say? We only hate the ones we love. No, that's not accurate. No, you're hating the one you fear. No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, like in a relationship with our spouses or whatever, that if they act different than we want them to, then all of a sudden that special relationship that I love you more than others, now it's what we were just studying, it's conditional love, where it can change.
Right.
And that's what the Course is trying to get us away from, is stop having conditional love.
Yes.
That's hinged on people's behaviors and looks and attitudes.
Form, the body.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It would be nice to just love, period,
Yes.
and not be a slave to our outside environment changing that. God is a changeless love,
Yes.
meaning God's love doesn't waver. Thank goodness, too bad for Jesus that he's not the special one. We're all the special
That's
one.
right.
We're all, imagine that we're all equally as loved as whoever your greatest spiritual teacher is.
Yes.
You are equally, without a doubt, seen in the eyes of love, in the eyes of God, as you are that spiritual guru,
The guru. Yeah.
that you think
That special,
is out there.
that special spiritual
Yeah, that
person.
special one that, that
all
God,
of our saints and our,
Yeah.
gurus, and so, yeah. And so, and another word for specialness is comparison. Where I don't see us as equal in love, I'm comparing. I'm seeing me as more loving, or I'm seeing myself as less loving, or I'm seeing myself as more lovable and you as less lovable, or vice versa. Okay, so I'm not seeing equality. Okay, so the opposite of specialness is equality. Okay, oneness. Okay. All right. So, so in this world, what goes for love, what is called, is really specialness. Okay. Now, then it says, so specialness, where I'm starting at the sentence where it says, this is your son. Specialness is your child. Specialness is your creation. Specialness is beloved of you as you are to your creator. Your specialness stands in place of your creations, who are creations to you, that you might share creatorhood of God, not snatch creatorhood from God.
Exactly what we read last night.
I know.
Snatch.
Exactly.
Snatch it.
We're saying that specialness is where you are guiltily trying to snatch love from where you think it is outside of yourself. You know, that's what specialness is. I'm gonna go snatch it. It's mine. Give it to me. Give me that specialness. Remember, we're married. It's in the law. You have to give me that specialness. Right? Give me that love. So that's what specialness does. It's looking to guiltily snatch so-called love from somewhere outside of it, thinking that once it gets it, that it will be complete. That's what specialness is. And notice it says that specialness is it's our little creation. That's our little makings. That's our creation. That's what we've made to take the place of our real creations, okay? Which are what? All of our loving thoughts, the good, the beautiful, and the holy. So instead of creating the good, the beautiful, and the holy from our equal identity as love, what are we doing? We're trying to go find and guiltily snatch some specialness from whoever will let us, okay? Thinking that, and that's our little creations, okay? It's not, which is taking the place of our real creation that we would be creating if we were accepting that we are love, we are complete, we are healed and whole, we are love. We don't have to go find it anywhere, okay? So what you're doing in those two different states of mind is very different. Okay? What I'm doing when I'm accepting my true identity as love, I don't have to go find it. What I'm creating, the good, the beautiful, holy, is very different than what I'm doing when I feel empty inside, like I don't have love within me, but I gotta go find some. And when I'm feeling empty, like I'm void of love within me, now I gotta go find it. Now I'm gonna be looking in all the wrong places, and I'm gonna be creating lots of trauma. I'm gonna be up to no good, because why? Because I'm trying to accomplish something that isn't possible. So how am I going to feel? Angry, upset, disappointed, mad all the time, upset with everybody, disappointed, giving guilt, because I'm trying to go get some so-called love. I'm trying to get some specialness. And, you know, and that is an effort that can never be satisfied. If I go like, I'm going to go find someone to love. I'm going to find someone to love. Oh, look, I found someone to love. Look, this person loves me. They're going to make me special. They're going to, you know, only be with me and not other people. I could never, no matter how much that person makes me special, I could never feel total peace. Because since I had to get it from without, now I'm always going to be afraid of losing it. Now I'm always going to be afraid that it's going to leave me, you know, since it's not within me. All right. So when you're out looking for specialness, when you want somebody to make you feel good about yourself, when you want somebody to make you feel loving and lovable, because you don't feel that way yourself, it's a total setup for more and more and more upset and disappointment. All right, something we all know way too well.
But I just keep going
But I
back.
just can't get enough of what I don't really want.
Is that why I'm on
Keep
marriage
going back to that
six?
well.
Exactly.
Some people,
Which really means that I'm addicted to disappointment, despair, and anger. That's what it really means, you know. But, you know, not realizing that, you know, all those negative emotions, those aren't love. But what did we learn about love? Well, love hurts. Love entails grief. Love hurts. You know, you only hurt the ones you love. So we learned that love hurts. We learned that love dies. The most insane, ridiculous thing of all, you know. And so now when we go looking for love and think we find it and then experience a lot of pain, well, we think that that's just love. We think, well, that's just part of love, you know. That's just the price you pay, you know. And not realizing that that ain't love at all. That we have no idea what love really is. Love is not specialness. Love is not something you gotta get and possess and hold on to and give guilt to in order to keep the form of it. That is not love. You know, love has nothing to do with the form. It has nothing to do with the body. It's nothing to do with something that you get. It's nothing that you can lose. So it's very hopeful. It gives me hope to remember that. It gives me great hope to hear that because of what I've learned about love, I've learned its specialness. Now I have become afraid of love. But when I learned from A Course in Miracles that it wasn't love that left me, it wasn't love that hurt me, and I don't, you know, then I don't have to be afraid of love. And now I can start looking for love where love really is, you know, which is within me, you know, within me that comes from my Creator, my Source. So I can have a totally different experience of love, love without fear. All right. Now it says, what is this specialness creature that you have made to be your strength? What is this child of earth specialness on whom such love is lavished? What is this parody of God's creation that takes the place of your creations? And where are your creations now that you, the host of love, have found another creation whom you prefer to your real creations? So that's what specialness is. It's a parody of your creations. It's a parody of you, God's child. You know, and our specialness is our little creature that we've made that we lavish all of our attention onto. We worship it, we lavish attention on it. You know, that's our God. This little creature that's an illusion, it's not even real, is what we worship in the name of love. And then wonder why we feel so empty sometimes, even though we seem to have a lot of special relationships around us. You know, have you ever been surrounded by relationships and felt lonely? We all have. We've all, because we are lavishing our so-called love on an illusion of love that can't satisfy us. Wow. All right, exactly. So here's a question. What would you be creating if you weren't looking for specialness? if you weren't upset about specialness, if you weren't looking for specialness, if you weren't trying to become more special, if you weren't trying to like become somebody more special, or if you weren't trying to find somebody more special, if you weren't trying to become someone more special, if you weren't trying to make yourself better in the eyes of others, what could you do with all that energy and that time? My God, you could save the world in a week if you took all that energy that you put in being special or being better than or becoming someone special and just put it on accepting your true identity as love, as value, as worth. Man, you could put Einstein to shame. That's a lot of energy. We're taking the most creative power in the entire universe and we're putting it channeling it into a total illusion, a total fantasy. But if we took that power, that unlimited power of the universe, and put it to something real, like real creation, then woo-wee, no telling the good, the beautiful, and the holy that we could create in a week. All right. So that is paragraph 1. That's one paragraph. Can you believe it?
I need a Valium.
I know. And anytime there's an upset, anytime we are upset, anytime we're angry, anytime we're sad, it's always because we don't feel like we're either being made special enough, we don't feel like we are special enough, we don't feel like we're getting enough specialness, we don't feel like we, like people are recognizing our specialness, we don't feel like we are, being something special enough, right? It's all about, that's what all of our upsets are about. That's what our grievances are about. You didn't respect me. You didn't appreciate me. You didn't call me back. You don't recognize me. You don't You don't love me the way I love you. You don't want me the way I love you. I want you. It's all of our grievances are about specialness. Someone is not making us special enough, or we don't feel like we're special enough. Like, I should have accomplished more in my lifetime by this time. I should have done more. I don't stand out. I'm just one of the crowd. There's nothing really special about me. Does anybody recognize that? That's what all of our inadequacy, our feelings of unworthiness is about. It's also what all of our grievances with others are about. You're not making me special enough. You're not recognizing my specialness. I gave you, a great birthday party and you forgot about my birthday. Like, okay, well, that's, you're not making me feel special. Right? Isn't that what our upsets are about? You were paying more attention to somebody else than you were to me. You're not making me feel special, which means different enough. You're not setting me apart from others. You're just treating me like everybody else. Okay?
It sounds like entitled narcissism.
Yes, well, that is what the ego is. The ego is an entitled narcissist. That's what the ego is. And so, anybody got an ego? That means that you got a narcissistic belief system within you. Specialness is all about me. It's all about me. How do I look? How are people treating me? Am I special enough? Do I stand out enough? Do I shine enough? Have I accomplished enough? It's all about me, as separate and different from others. That's what specialness is all about, and that's also what narcissism is all about. So we all have a narcissistic belief system within our minds called the ego. You know, it's all about me. It's not about how can I be helpful? How can I celebrate how we are all the same in power and love and glory, and, you know, how can I give? How can I help this person feel, you know, wonderful? How can I help this person feel like we're equal and both great? You know, so specialness is narcissistic, and it's always upset. The ego is always upset. My specialness is always upset. You know, specialness, because its goal is impossible, is always upset because its goal, the goal of specialness, can never be fulfilled. And so there's a part of us, that belief system, that is never satisfied, it's never fulfilled, nothing's ever good enough. Even if there's somebody around us going, I'll make you the most special person in the whole world. I love you. I'll worship you. You know, we're like, wonderful. And then 5 minutes later, it's like, what now? What's next? Right? You know, it's a part of us that's never satisfied. Ever. Ever. You know. But the real part of us, the part of us that is love, doesn't need to find love or get love, that part of us is always satisfied. It's always satisfied. It always feels great. It's always like, this is wonderful. This is great. Hi, Jerry. Welcome. All right. Beautiful. Yes. Irene says, whenever we're sad, it's because we feel we aren't special enough. And all of our grievances are about specialness. Exactly. It's so good to know, because, like the Course says, we're never upset for the reason we think. So you really could use this, and any time you're upset, you could go, oh, specialness. Oh, I see. I wasn't getting the specialness, or I wasn't feeling special or different enough. And as soon as you look at your upset from that lens, you're like, ew. Ew, that's not very pretty. That's not very charming. And it literally, it'll snap you out of it. It'll snap you out of that upset, because you see how getting it is, how unloving it is. Specialness is unloving. It's, you know, me at the exclusion of you, or you at the exclusion of me. We're not the same, we're different, and not in a good way. You know, but when you look at it through those eyes, you snap out of it, because, yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I'm never upset for the reason I think. Never upset for the reason I think. Okay. Anybody this week feel hurt by specialness? Anybody like, ooh, you know? Whether I don't feel special enough in my own self, or somebody didn't make me special enough. Anybody experience anything like that? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
No.
No. All right. So now we're going to start on paragraph 2. The memory of God, or let's say the memory of love, shines not alone. Why? Because what is within your brothers and sisters still contains all of creation. What is all of creation? That means everything created, everything creating, everything born and unborn as yet, and everything still in the future or apparently gone by is all still within your brothers and your sisters. Wow, all that is in everybody? Are you kidding me? For real? Including me? All of that is in everyone and me? Dang. What is in them is changeless, and your changelessness is recognized in acknowledging their changelessness. Their innocence, their perfection, the perfection in you belongs in them. And by your seeing this perfection and wholeness in them, this perfection and wholeness returns to you. And all of the tribute you have given to specialness really belongs to them and thus returns to you. All of the love and care, the strong protection, the thought by day and night, the deep concern, the powerful conviction that the specialness is you really belongs to them. In other words, nothing you gave to specialness but is their due. And nothing due them is not due to you. Wow. Dang. So all the specialness I've been trying to get for myself, you know, thinking about it by day and night, deep concern, all the specialness that I was looking for in me, thinking if I could just get that specialness, I'll be happy, I'll be complete, is all in them. Everything that you were looking to like feel good about and feel different about in yourself, you will find in them. Isn't that interesting? So, you know, what I've been trying to get for myself really is in them. All the love, all the joy, all the feeling of wholeness, all the feeling of completeness, all the peace, all the feeling of worth and value that I was trying to get for myself is in them. Meaning all the love, all the specialness I was trying to find in myself, when I see what's really in them, when I realize what's in every single person, that's where I will find my real satisfaction. When I see the wholeness, when I see the innocence, when I see the guiltlessness and the purity and the beauty and the joy and the God that is in them, then I will feel worthy, whole, complete, satisfied, good enough, happy, full of love. Isn't that deep? What I've been trying to get for myself was really in them. If I had not been so narcissistically focused on making myself more special and really seen the child of God, the person who is in front of me and the God is in them, I would have experienced all the completion and wholeness and love and joy that I thought I would experience if I was just special enough. Does that make sense? All the love, care, strong protection felt by day and night, the deep concern, the powerful conviction that specialness will make me feel good, really it belongs to them. Wow. So instead of trying to get good enough, get specialness for myself, if I had chosen to see the God in them, oh, God is there. Oh, God is there. God is there. God is there. God is there. I would have experienced all that I thought or that I was hoping specialness would give me. And specialness is this belief, this illusion, delusion, that if I could just be special enough, you know, have all that power, fame, money, physical pleasure, that I would be happy. You know, if I was just special enough, you know, if I had the specialist, you know, that Madonna has, I'd be happy, right? That's the delusional belief that we all learned. If you just can be special enough, you know, special people get all the love. The special people get all the power, fame, money, and physical pleasure.
You don't want the plastic surgeon that she has, though.
No, I don't. That's absolutely right. Well, that's just proof that even when you have all the specialness in the universe, you're one of the most special, famous, well-known people in the whole world. You have more money than, you know, most, you know, countries, you know, and that you're still not happy. You still have to go to the plastic surgeon and go to do something else, you know, so now something else, now something else. You know, that's your proof that that specialness where you know, have something different and you stand out or whatever, does not make you happy. It does not fulfill you. Or else all the people who have all the power, fame, money, and physical pleasure in the world, you know, would be blissed out. They'd be, you know, they'd be happiness gurus. They'd be peace gurus, but they're not.
So, listening to this paragraph, it occurred to me that the ego does understand that there is something in my brothers that I want.
Very good.
It just doesn't know what it is.
Very
the ego thinks that what I want from my brothers is something that I can get and keep for myself.
Very good.
Whereas
Through the body.
Through the body. Whereas love, this is trying to show us the contrast. Is that what I really want in my brothers is must be shared. It must be through union.
It must be something that I share with them and that we share with God.
Recognized.
Yes, that's so beautiful.
And it's be mutually, so it's mutually recognized. And that's what
That's
when I'm willing to see
beautiful.
the guiltlessness, the sinlessness, the beauty in you. Even if I'm not aware of it in the moment, there's part of my mind that recognizes that that's got to be true for me too.
Exactly. That's exactly. I will never know that it's true for me until I see it in others. I can say, oh, well, you know, God is within me, and, you know, good and innocence and guiltlessness is within me, you know, because, you know, it says so and it makes sense. But until I see that it's in everyone else, I won't know that that's true. And so it's just another way of saying that real satisfaction, real love, and a sense of completion comes from the giving instead of the getting. You know, you want to feel good about yourself? Give the love, which really just means recognize the good, the beautiful, the holy in others. Recognizing that God is in everyone. What does it say about God? It says, oh, the memory of God doesn't shine alone, which means that God is not special. God is in everyone. God is in everyone, and the memory of God doesn't shine alone. Like, I have the memory of God in me. I'm so special. And maybe you too, if you take my course, can also have the memory of God in you. Right. The memory of God doesn't shine alone. You know, the same thing is about love. Love does not shine alone. Love, okay, so love does not shine alone. Here I am, I'm love, look at me, I'm shining, and y'all are not. Love does not shine alone. So love is something that shines in everyone.
Sure.
You can't find love in one person and not the other. You can't find love in one but not in all. Because love is not special. God is not special. You know, the Course in Miracles says, stop trying to look for God in yourself alone. Stop trying to look for good in yourself alone. You know, you'll never find it because God doesn't shine alone. The memory of God doesn't shine alone. You only find that, the memory of love, the memory of real value, as you see it in others. You only feel complete and worthy. All the things we're trying to become special to feel, we only feel as we see it in others, as we see the love in others.
Sure.
When we share it,
Yeah,
exactly.
experience it.
Experience it, which also means to recognize it in others. You know, so if you want to experience love, then see love everywhere. If you want to experience love, see love where love is, in everyone, in everything, everywhere. If you want to, if you're like, oh, I need love, then see it where it is. Look for it where it is. You know, it's in everyone. Where is God? Where's the memory of God? Where's the memory of love? it's in God's creations. You want to know God, which is love, you'll find God and know God in God's creations. But it's like, for me, I was like, I want to know God, I'm trying to find God. But, and so, you guys need to all get out of my way and shut up and be quiet because I'm trying to find God. It's like, get away from me. Shut up, be quiet. You're too loud. I'm trying to find God. Go away. I'm trying to get alone by myself. That old image of the spiritual, the spiritual person, the saint, we always imagine them by themselves in a cave, alone, for long periods of time, right? The holy ones who God shines specially in. They always seem to be alone, as if you can only find God alone, right? But that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find love alone. We're trying to find God alone. I'm trying to find God for myself. Like, be quiet. Your unenlightenedness is keeping me from getting enlightened. I can only be, around a few people who are enlightened, so that I can be enlightened myself. Okay. Well, that's not where you find God. God you find in all of God's creations.
I like that one part in the verse in the course where it says, "Don't look to yourself to find yourself, because you are not there."
Very good. Do not look to yourself to find yourself, because you are not alone. Exactly. Beautiful. And the course is saying, you have an unlimited amount of chances to find and experience love and God, because your brothers and sisters are everywhere. So I was trying to find God by getting away from everybody. It's like, nah, you really gonna find God by, seeing God in everyone. All right, paragraph 3. How can you know your worth while specialness claims you instead? If you're looking for your worth in being special or different than others, you're never gonna know your worth. How can you fail to know? How can you fail to know your worth in their innocence? So if you're seeking to know your worth by yourself, you'll never know your worth. But you can't fail to know your worth when you're looking for it in other people's innocence. So don't seek to make your specialness the truth. Because if your specialness were the truth, you would be lost indeed. You'd be alone. So be thankful, rather, that it is given you to see their innocence, because their innocence is the truth. And what is true in them must be as true in you. Wow, beautiful. So, we're all seeking for our worth. We're all upset because we don't know our worth. Like, am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I okay? Is this good enough? Am I good enough? Oh, well, I need to boost my specialness, because that's how I boost my worth. We're all seeking to know our worth. We all want to feel worthy. And this is saying, stop seeking for that worth in how you're better or different or special, or have something that other people don't have, whether it's more abundance and beauty or more suffering. Okay, specialness is just more of something. Somehow I'm different. So saying that we've been seeking specialness, thinking that it will give us a sense of worth. But there's only one thing that's going to give us a real sense of worth, and that is seeing the worth, the innocence, the guiltlessness, the God in everybody else. Wow. Man, have I been wasting some time. Wow. Woof. Man, oh man. Trying to find my worth in ways that does not make me feel more worthy. It makes me feel less worthy. It's like, oh, as soon as I get that job, I'll be more worthy. As soon as I get that relationship, I'll feel more worthy. As soon as I get that money and that beauty, I'll feel more worthy. And then I get it, you know, that thing outside of myself, and do I feel more worthy? No, not at all. Now I feel less worthy because now I'm more afraid, because now I feel like I gotta hold on to it. You know, I gotta hold on to it, and I gotta try to possess it and try to make sure that I don't lose it. So now I'm more afraid. Now I feel that my worth is more vulnerable. All right, it's funny, I know.
Well, it's like you with the perception that I finally got something that I want.
Yes.
Now it's, and don't ever change.
Exactly.
And then as soon as my perception about the value of this thing or situation does change, now I'd be happy. Now I would really be happy if it was different.
Exactly.
So it goes from one extreme to the other,
That's exactly
and never
right.
really reaches a happy, constant state.
Yes, exactly. And it's so true. You can never know your worth by trying to make yourself more special. And you can never feel truly worthy as long as you're trying to get someone or something to boost your specialness. You know, like you said, once you get that thing, now it's like, how do I tie it down? How do I make sure it never changes? You know, so now I'm more afraid. So whenever it is that we're feeling inadequate, okay, something that I know that we all feel not good enough. We all feel inadequate. If I just had accomplished more, if I just had the right relationship, if I just had more money, if I just had done more with my life, if I had just blah, 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 whatever, fill in the blank. You know, we all have that sense of inadequacy, you know, and we have a million different reasons, you know, a million different solutions to that feeling of inadequacy, right? And you know, if we could, you know, when we feel those feelings of inadequacy, if we could just go, let me go look for good and God in others. Whoever's around me, let me go look for good or God in them. Like, you know, and it would save you so much time and energy and money. Think about all the money we would save if we weren't trying to make ourselves worthy and adequate, you know, with things in the world. Oh my God. You know, shoot, you know, we'd be enlightened and rich in a week. How to be enlightened and rich in 1 week. That's what I'm going to title this.
30-day money back.
30-day money back guarantee. I love it. Wow, that's really good. That's really helpful for me, because that's one of the things that my ego likes to torture me with is, you know, a lot of like, you didn't do enough, you're not accomplished enough, and, you know. So, it's always something with the ego. It's always something. It's always, you're not good enough like this. You're not good enough like that. You're not good enough like this.
Never satisfied.
You're never good enough like that. You're not good enough like this. You're not good enough like that. You know, your ego's never satisfied in you. Never good enough, which means you're never worthy enough. That's what that means. You know, but only your specialness is dissatisfied in you. Only your specialness believes that you haven't done enough, you're not good enough, you don't have enough, you're not special enough. Only the ego says that. Okay? So when you hear that voice, remember, thanks for sharing specialness. Thanks for sharing specialness. I love you too. You know, talk back to your ego and go, yeah, thank you for sharing. Yeah, I know, I'll never be good enough no matter what. I gotcha, I know. and I'm not going to listen to you anymore. All right, paragraph 4. So, ask yourself this. This is an instruction. Oh, and by the way, Irene, we are in chapter 24, section 7, and it's called
The
meeting
place.
The Meeting Place. Oh, The Meeting Place. Almost forgot the title. I wonder what the meeting place is. All right. Now we're in paragraph 4. Ask yourself this. Can you protect the mind? Can you protect the mind? Notice that you is emphasized. Can you protect the mind? The body, yes. A little. Not from time, but just temporarily. Which means no, you can't even protect the body, you know. And much you think you save, you hurt. Wow. And what would you save the body for? What are you trying to protect the body for? Do you notice how much protection we invest in the body? Yeah, like all of our time and energy and money, basically. But what would you save the body for? Because what you're saving your body for, what you're protecting your body for, in that choice lie both your body's health and your body's harm. Okay? So what does that mean? It's like this. If you save the body for show, as bait to catch another fish,
Ouch.
to house your specialness in better style, or if you're saving your body and protecting your body so that you can weave a frame of loveliness around your hate, then you are condemning the body to decay and death. Ew. That's what's responsible for my body's health or lack of. Wow. Dang. So if you, when you're using your body to get specialness, okay, what you're doing is you're using your body for show. When you're using your body for specialness, you're using your body as bait. To catch another fish to house your specialness in better style. Dang, that's cold.
Yeah,
Now don't mince words, course. I mean, just say it like it is, you know. That's why the author of A Course came back as a book. Because if they said this directly without allegory and metaphor, they'd be taken out again within a week.
He'd be crucified.
Yeah,
by
one
chapter
again.
5.
It's like, I think I'll just come back as a book. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And that way, if you gonna crucify a book, well, knock yourself out. Okay. So if you're using your body for specialness, you're using your body for show, you're using your body as bait to catch another fish, to house your specialness in better style, or you're using your body to weave a frame of loveliness around what you hate. And when you use your body for specialness in this way, you are condemning your body to decay and death. Wow. Okay. So if you're experiencing health issues with your body, this is something that you may want to take a look at and give to your body a different purpose. Thank you, dear. Okay? If you're experiencing health challenges, issues with your body, then look at this and give your body a new and different purpose, and a purpose where not to get more specialness, but to use your body to be a communication device to reach other people who think they are their body, to remind them they're not their body. Use your body to see past people's body, to see their innocence, to see God in them. Now use your body for that. Use your body to go, hey, you're innocent. I see God in you. You're not a body. Okay? Give your body a different purpose. Okay? Because what's killing the body? What's condemning the body to decay and death? It's the purpose of getting specialness instead of giving love. Okay? All right. Now, so it says, and if you see this purpose in your brother's body, specialness, then that is your condemnation of your own body. Have you ever seen specialness in somebody else's body? The answer is yes. Okay.
Surely you
For
just.
sure. Exactly. And seeing specialness in somebody else's body is like, well, I can love that person, but not that person. I can love this person, but I can't love that person. Okay. So, now it says, so instead of using your body to get specialness and seeing specialness in their body, and here's what you can do instead that doesn't condemn yours and their body to decay and death. You could weave rather than a frame of innocence, guiltlessness around them, so that the truth may shine on them and give you safety from decay. How would you like some safety from decay? Now that is the real fountain of youth. Safety from decay. Instead of using your body to get specialness or seeing specialness in their body, weave around them a frame the body, weave around them a frame of guiltlessness around them, so that the truth may shine on them and give you safety from decay. Man, I love that phrase. I mean, truly, if I saw a little jar of face cream that said safety from decay, I'd buy it. I'd be like, oh, safety from decay. All right, it's only $100.
Give me a dozen.
Give me a dozen. Exactly. We think that if we could just get special enough, then we would be safe from decay. But as Jerry reminded us, even our famous folks are letting us know that specialness does not give you safety from physical decay. Wow. Okay, so we just heard how to keep our bodies safe from decay. Hallelujah. And I'll just finish with paragraph 5, and then we'll stop there for today. Paragraph 5. The Creator, God, keeps what God created safe. So what God created cannot decay. I love that. What God created cannot decay. What God created, you cannot touch it with your false ideas that you made, because what God created, you, was not created by you. Hallelujah. What I am cannot decay. What I am cannot decay and die. What I am can't even age. Hallelujah. Truly, we're talking about the real fountain of youth here. What I am cannot decay, die, or age. What I am is safe forever from decay. Hallelujah. I want to know my real self. I want to stop worrying about my specialness decaying. I want to experience my real self that cannot decay or die or age. Now, and the reason that my real self cannot decay, die, or age is because I did not make my real self. That's why. So don't let your foolish fantasies of specialness frighten you. What is immortal cannot be attacked by time or anything. And what is but temporary has no effect. Wow. What is immortal, us, cannot be attacked. And what is temporary has no effect. Dang. So the body is temporary. It has no effect. The body has no effect. So it has no effect. So if the body dies, decays, ages, who cares? It has no effect. And what is true in me is immortal and cannot be attacked by time or anything. Only the purpose that you see in the body has meaning. Only the purpose you see in the body has meaning. And if that purpose you see in your body is true, which means loving, then your body's safety rests secure. Wow. Man, oh man, what is the meaning I see in my body? What's the meaning I see in their body? Is it to get some more? Is it, ooh, look, there's a bigger fish to house my specialness in better style? Or am I seeing in their body a temple, a very light, beautiful temple that houses the immortal idea of God itself? Okay. What meaning are you seeing in your body and in their body? And if the meaning you're seeing in the body is true, then your body's safety rests secure. If the meaning you're seeing in the body is not true, then guess what? Your body has no purpose and your body is means for nothing. Well, sure is a lot of work to be a means for nothing. Wow. I don't want to be like, it takes that much maintenance and time and energy thought by day and night and it's for nothing. That's a waste. What a waste. Whatever is perceived as means for truth, which is guiltlessness, whatever is perceived as a means for innocence, shares in its innocence. And that thing rests in light as safely as light itself. Wow. I want to see my body as a means for truth. How about you? I have a new purpose, a new awareness, a new practice. I want to see my body as a means for truth. I want to rededicate my body to a means for seeing God, a means for seeing innocence. Oh, look, that person's body, a means for seeing God. Oh, look, here's another means for seeing God. I want to dedicate my body to being a means for seeing God, a means for seeing love, a means for seeing truth. Why? Because then your body will share in truth's innocence, and your body will rest in light as safely as love itself. Nor will that light go out when the body is gone. Hallelujah. The body's holy purpose gave it immortality, setting another light in heaven, where your creations recognize a gift from you, a sign that you have not forgotten them. Wow. It's beautiful that even when the body is gone, that light that you saw in the body is immortal and goes and becomes another light in heaven. Wow. That is amazing. Now I'll read the next sentence. The test of everything on earth is simply this: what is it for? That's paragraph 6. The test of everything on earth is simply this: what is it for? And the answer to that question, what is it for, makes that thing what it is for you. That thing has no meaning of itself, yet you can give that thing reality according to the purpose that you serve. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. So, if you got something here on earth that you're not experiencing peace around, whether it's a body or a job or a situation, and it's not bringing you peace, it's because of the purpose you've been using it for. And so you want to ask yourself the question, what is this for? What is this thing on earth? What is this earthly thing for? What is it for? What is this relationship for? What is this body for? What is this job for? What is this money for? What is this dog for? What is it for? The answer makes it what it is for you. Anything on earth, which means anything with a form. Anything with a form. Beautiful. So you can transform anything that has a form to be something that literally becomes a light that lights your world, and a light that doesn't go out when that form is gone. A light that literally becomes a light in heaven, giving light to your creations. Wow. So that's what you want to do with anything in form in the world that you're not experiencing peace with. Okay?
You want to do what with them?
You want to say, what is it for?
Okay.
And you want to ask yourself what it's for, and then you want to rededicate its purpose. Yes.
Like last night, because this is such a similar subject, we were told to give up your purpose that you had in that relationship. Because as you're talking here, I'm thinking about the pain in my knee. I've been thinking about it for a week and a half.
Gotcha.
Why did this happen?
Gotcha. What's the meaning?
And tonight
of the
I
pain in
think
your
I
knee?
heard the answer.
Oh, beautiful.
And I play a lot of poker, and it's hard for me to see my brothers and sisters
Ah.
as
God.
as
As
loving,
God in
as
As God in
as
them.
deserving happiness.
Yes.
You know,
It's
deserving to
innocent.
win pots like me.
Yes.
You know, I want all the pots.
Exactly.
Give me your money. Give me your chips.
Right.
Shut up and get out of here. Next opponent, come on. And but for me, it's all in fun, you know.
Right.
But it's still,
Unless it's
I
not.
want the victory.
Yeah,
I want
gotcha.
the victory.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
So you were using your
give,
body.
give that poker, and the poker isn't wrong.
No.
What it is what I'm using the relationship for
Exactly.
special happiness. I'll get
Yes.
happiness if I win this tournament or
Exactly.
whatever.
If I get your pot of money, if I get your chips,
And
I'll
so
be
when I
happy.
give the relationship to spirit and give up my purpose for it, and now it takes on a new meaning, which is what's love's purpose for it?
Yes.
And love isn't sitting there, give me your chips, bend over, let me whip you, and get out of here. It's like, no, love
Yes.
is like equally,
That's
for
right.
all of us. And we say that's impossible at like the world or a poker game, but heaven would say it's not impossible.
That's exactly
Heaven will
right.
demonstrate.
And all you have to do is ask, what is the poker game for?
Right,
And then rededicate its purpose
right,
to truth.
right.
You
So
know, truth, what would you show me? Truth, what would you have happen?
what's your goal out of
What's
it?
your goal, truth? You know, what would you have me accomplish, truth? What would you, and then also, like I was saying, seeing God, seeing the bodies of the other poker players as what? As a means for God, as a
Right.
means for truth. That body is a means for truth. That player's body is a means for truth. That person's body is a means for truth. They're a means for truth instead of your opponent, So beautiful. That's a great example. Thanks for sharing that. All right, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple minute integration meditation, and all of the details of my classes are in here, I think, in the description of the class. If you would like to see my classes and mine and Greg's classes in a much easier format, then you go to my YouTube channel, which is just my name, Anna Kujawa, and you can see years worth of classes. I take these Facebook classes and I post them on my YouTube channel. Okay, so wonderful. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then please share and subscribe and like and spread the love. All right. So what I want you to do, and thank you guys for your love offering. You guys can just pass that basket around or just share it before you leave. Thank you for coming out to the Miracle Center. Thanks for actually bringing your bodies into your car on a cold night to the Miracle Center. I profoundly appreciate it. It's very helpful and it makes a difference. Thank you. All right, guys, so close your eyes and take a breath, and we are going to do an integration meditation where we take these ideas and we use them. Use them. All right. So just take a breath and breathe for a moment. And just notice how these ideas feel in your mind, in your heart, in your body. How does it feel to hear these ideas today? How does it feel to hear them in a healing circle of mighty companions? Just notice how that feels for a moment. Beautiful. Now I want you to bring a situation or a relationship to your awareness where there is not peace, where you're not feeling peace around it. I want you to bring to your awareness a situation or a relationship where you are not feeling adequate, or where you're questioning your worth, where you're not feeling good enough, or maybe perceiving that they are not good enough or worthy. Beautiful. Now I want you to look inside of this situation, and I want you to find the desire for specialness that didn't get satisfied. Where was it and how was it in this situation or relationship where you were wanting to get specialness from it or them, and your desire for specialness didn't get satisfied, and then you were upset, hurt, angry, disappointed. And breathe. And I want you to tell yourself, I am upset in this situation or relationship because I desired specialness instead of seeing God and love in them. I'm upset because I was trying to get something for myself alone, instead of giving to them and seeing them as a means for love, a means for God. I want you to tell yourself, I have no need to seek outside of myself for my worth or for love. For love is not special. Love is everywhere, and I am love. experience the truth, the fact that you were created as a love. You are love. And I want you to see if you can experience that sense of completion, completeness, and wholeness as love. And let that experience of yourself as love heal and correct that need for specialness that can never be satisfied from outside yourself. Tell yourself, I am as love created me. Tell yourself, my worth is established by God. I need not do anything to make myself worthy. My worth is established by God. And really breathe in that sense of completeness, that sense of wholeness. And now I want you to ask of this situation or this relationship, what is this relationship for? What is this situation for? Is this person or is this situation a means to get more specialness, to boost my worth or value? Is that what this person and their body and the situation is for? And now I want you to rededicate this person, this relationship, or this situation to a means for truth. Now let's ask our higher self, show me God in them. Show me the love that's everywhere and in everyone in them. Show me you in them. Show me their innocence, their guiltlessness. Rededicate this relationship or this situation to a means for seeing the truth and knowing your worth. And rededicate the purpose of this situation or this purpose by saying to yourself, I just remembered all I want in this situation is to give love, the love I am. I release my old purpose of getting something for me alone. notice how you feel. Notice how you feel shifting your purpose and your perspective in this situation and this purpose. Notice how you feel. Notice how they look to you in your mind's eye now. Take another breath. Bring your awareness back to the body. Yawn and stretch. All right. Beautiful. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you more than I can say. Hi, Earl. Lovely to see you. Thank you guys for being here. And see you guys. See you next time I see you.